Hi, I'm Kathy from the Delafield Quilt Company, and today I'm going to show you how I made this jelly roll quilt. This quilt was made using the strip tube method. And I used about 1 jelly roll for this quilt from the Noel collection by Laundry Baskets. I also used about 4 inches for the border. The finished size of this quilt is about 52 inches by 52 inches. So there are a lot of great tutorials out there on the regular strip tube ruler, but today I'm going to make one on the strip tube junior because I haven't really seen any of this one, and I want to just showcase how neat this ruler is. So essentially we're going to create a tube of jelly roll strips, and then we're going to cut them apart into smaller squares, and I think you'll see that it's pretty easy to do and pretty quick to get a neat look. You could do this with a different ruler, a standard square ruler if you had that. You just don't have the same markings, so it's just a little bit more challenging, I think, to use a standard ruler, but you certainly could do that if you don't have the strip tube junior. So to start, we're just going to take 4 jelly roll strips where I have a lighter strip and then a darker strip, a lighter strip and then a darker strip. And I went with, because this is a Christmas quilt, the red and then the green for each of the tubes. So we're going to start by just sewing these 4 together using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I've already got these sewn together, but I do want to share, I didn't press these as I sewed just to make it go really quick. You just can finger press it open after you get the first strip on, and then just repeat that until you get the final strip on. But now before I make this into a tube, I am just going to give it a quick pressing, and I'm just going to press the seams to one way. Okay, so now we're going to make a tube out of this by just taking the bottom jelly roll, flipping it right side together on top of the very top one, and just lining up the edges. You could pin these with if you like, but I just like to do this just by holding it on my sewing machine and just give it a gentle grasp, don't force it. And then you're just going to run a 1/4 inch seam allowance right on the top to get your tube. Okay, so I've already got a tube sewn together, and now I'm going to just show you how you cut these to get the blocks. I'm going to cut these into 5-inch unfinished blocks. So I'm going to use the 5-inch ruler line right here. And then that dark line is going to go right on top of your stitching line. So I've got that lined up, and I'm going to make my first cut. And now I've got my first square. And what's nice about this ruler is you really maximize your jelly roll strips because then you flip it or you turn it. So then I'm going to line up that line from the 5-inch mark right on the sewing line again, and I'm just going to cut another triangle. And just like that, you have another 5-inch square. So then you're just going to repeat the process. I'm going to turn the ruler back the other way. That again, using that number 5 dark line on top of my stitching line. And you're just going to keep going down the whole set. And then once you have all of your squares cut, just go ahead and press them open. And now the fun part is you can arrange these in a multiple of ways and get a totally different look. So I hope you have fun with arranging those. Some other things that you can use this ruler for is to square your edges. You can also make some half triangle squares by using 2 jelly roll strips and then sewing those together in a tube. So I hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and visit us at delafieldquiltco.com. Have a great day.